Dzień dobry. That is Polish for good morning. I'm going to make two alternatives to coffee. The big difference, the biggest difference for a lot of coffee fanatics will be that this is caffeine free. So we're going to go ahead and start with the more complicated process of making this beverage known as Kawa Zbożowa. So the ingredients are as follows. Żyto. So the ingredients are as follows. Żyto, 60% of żyto, which is rye, 20% of jęczmień, which is barley, and then there's cicoria, which is chicory. It's a dandelion plant, or at least part of the family of dandelions. And actually they make coffee just from chicory, so you can check that out if you want, but this has more than just chicory. It has burak cukrowy, which is a white beet. And all of this is roasted in the same way that coffee beans are roasted, and that's why this is till it is boiling. Then bring it down to a very low heat, very low. Close the lid and set a timer for 10 minutes. So I have brewed my my Kawa Zbożowa because this one has to be brewed. This is not a instant coffee like this one is, Inca, which we'll talk about in a moment. So I have brewed it for 10 minutes because I like it to really, you know, take in all the flavor. And now I'm gonna use a sitko, or what is this called?
Strainer.
A strainer to strain the beans, which aren't the beans, but all this other stuff. You can flavor it, you can add creamer, you can add milk. It's really exciting. I think instead of sugar, you can add maple syrup. That's nice. And it's very delicious. You'll see my friend reacting to this, to drinking it for the first time. She's American, so she's never had this before because these are only Polish products. Inka and Kawa Zbożowa are Polish products, so they can only be purchased at Polish stores or some kind of international stores where Polish products are sold, of course. So let's talk about Inca. Inca has the exact same ingredients, but this time it's like instant coffee. So all you need to do with this is pour two heaping teaspoons of that. Pour hot water over it, and then add your creamer, your milk, your maple syrup. So now I'm going to try each one individually. Normally I make one or the other, so I've never actually tasted the difference between the two side by side. So remember, this one is the one where I brewed the beans for 10 minutes, and this is the instant coffee. Let's try it. I added a little bit of milk for each one. Okay, here's the instant. It's good. Now the key will be, is there a difference between the taste of this and the taste of this? Because it takes a lot longer to make this one. There's a little bit of a difference. Well, this one's colder because I let it sit for too long, so I can't really tell the difference. Here's the thing. This is so cheap. This was $2.49 for 500 grams. This was $5 for 200 grams. That's all I need to say. So Ria, what are you gonna try for me today?
This Inca Instinct grain beverage.
Maybe blow on that spoon a little
Show
bit.
our viewers what it looks like.
Oh, yes.
It looks like tea and coffee together.
No, it just looks like coffee. Okay.
Actually, it looks like soy sauce. At first, I thought it tasted like nothing. And then I thought it tasted like fish food.
Stop it.
Like flaked fish food.
No, it does not.
It tastes like what flaked fish food smells like.
Once you add that creamer, though, that's where it's really gonna pop. Make sure you stir that.
I just put a little splash in there. Let's see. It turned gray.
Or caramel.
That is better. It tastes kind of like coffee now.
See? I told you.
It's a little bit more watery than coffee, but it's
Yeah.
like, that's why I say it's like coffee and tea mixed together.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's watery like tea, but it's brown, like brown, black like coffee.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's so weird. When, without the creamer, it tastes like literally nothing. It tastes like burnt water. But then when you add this to it, it tastes like a coffee, but with no coffee taste. I don't know if that makes sense. It doesn't, but... I wasn't expecting to like it, to be honest.
Good.
Like, and it... Like, I will finish your hot grain beverage.
That was my next question.
This is
Perfect. Thank you.
Rio with Inca grain beverage.